Everyone, Vijay, 32 back again with another How to Play. Today we're looking at how to play another oldie. This is Vantage, which is also from the old school makers of Uno. This is International Games. And this one is from 1985. It's a 106 card deck. You got two decks actually. You got this one, which is the main deck, which has cards in here numbered 1 through, I believe, 14. Is it? Does it say? It'll say here somewhere. Yeah, 1 through 14 in 4 suits, 5 suits, red, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You also get 4 of these wild cards. This could just be anything, obviously. And there is, as I mentioned, in each suit, there's one card that is identified as a big card. So you got a big 2 for purple, big 6 for yellow, big green, big 7 for green, big 10 for red, and for blue, it's a big 12. So we'll throw this in here somewhere in the deck. Give it a shuffle. The other deck is a action card deck, which has basically 4 different action cards. There's a whole bunch of them. The first one is Cards Up, which, when this is played, you will turn the cards that are on the table face up if they happen to be face down. Why would they be face down? Why would they be face down, if I can speak properly? Because sometimes you get a card like this that is black out, which means you're going to be turning whatever cards are here face down. And then you kind of have to guess. There's also another action card, which is, oops, that's just another blackout. Pass one. When you play this, you're going to be obviously passing a card to your opponent, your player on your left. It's just 2 to 4 players, ages 9 to adult. I believe this is based on a classic game of Casino, basically, from what I've heard. And you get, so as I mentioned, we get the cards up. We have 13, there's 10 blackouts. For these past ones, there's 3, and there's 2 of these lose one. Where, if you play that, you're going to have to play a card face up on a table and end your turn. So basically, you have to give up a card from your hand. This one, it's everyone has to pass a card to the player on their right. So we'll set this aside here. We'll set up the Vantage deck, and you also get some reference cards, are double-sided. It's the same on both sides. I told you the scoring-wise, so at the end of the game, whoever has the most cards collected gets 10 points. Whoever has the most purple gets 8 points. The most red gets 6. The most you get 4 points for each of the big suit cards collected. The purple 2, red 10, yellow 6, green 7, blue 12. You also get 2 points for each number 1 card and 2 points for each wild card. So you are trying to collect different things. There's a little bit of strategy in there. They suggest, playing face up if it's your first time. It's kind of an interesting thing to do with some of the older games. So each player is going to get 4 cards dealt to them. We'll just do 2 players. Determining the dealer, you could do whatever you want. You could just have someone start, or you can flip cards, see who has the highest card. Ooh, I got some big 10s, big 7s. I ended up giving each player big cards. So, each player gets 4 cards. You're also going to turn up 4 cards face up here. Let me just do that. And I'll put this here, I guess. Well, we're going to need some room, I think. Yeah, that's good. Move this out of the way, move this out of the way. Obviously, you're going to keep your cards secret in your hand, like most card games. Pretty self-explanatory. But for the purposes of this, we'll leave them face up for now. So your turn is going to consist of the following. One, you're going to turn over an action card and follow its instructions. Then you can either match, build, or discard one card, using one card from your hand. Then your turn ends. Then the next player is going to go. You're going to be trying to collect high-scoring cards on each turn, such as the big cards, for instance, or just collecting the most cards, or purple cards are good, red cards are good. You obviously want to collect those. And you're going to do that by matching cards. So my opponent's going to go first. He's going to flip over an action card. It says lose one. So he immediately has to give up a card. Obviously, he doesn't want to give up purple or red or the big card. So he'll put this one here, and that's it. His turn is over. That's my turn. I'm going to flip over a card. It's cards up. That doesn't do anything because the cards are face up. So now I get to, do some kind of matching if I want, and I will. There's a couple different ways I could do this, but for now I'm just going to say, you know what, I have this 10, so I'm going to match that up. I'm going to collect those. I'll put that there. You always want to have 4 cards here. In this case, we had the extra card, so you don't need to flip over another one. My opponent's going to go here. He's going to flip over a card. Blackout. This is going to force all these cards to flip over. So now you got to use your memory muscles. Now he knows one of these is a 6, so he's going to match this and take that card. If it's not a match, then you're going to lose both those cards, if I recall correctly. You're always going to try to collect as many cards as possible on each turn as well. So keep that in mind. If he wanted to, he could try to match. Actually, let's put this one back. Put this one here. Since he knows these are both 6s and he has a 12, he can match 6 and 6 is 12, and he gets both of those cards. And 2 big cards for that matter. And, well, now he's going to stop because he doesn't really know what else is there. He doesn't have any matches that he knows of. Also, I forgot to mention, I believe, and you can only play 1 match from your hand on your turn. Only 1 card. But you're trying to collect as many cards as possible with that 1 card by combining cards like we did there. Just bear with me. Now, if you cannot match a card or build on something, which we'll get to, you're just going to discard a card face up on the table. And this will add to these cards that are here already. Once you play out all 4 cards in your hand, the next person is going to deal out 4 more cards. And you're going to continue until you run through basically the whole deck. So it's my turn. I'm going to hopefully draw, yes, cards up. I was hoping for that. Now, so I can actually do a couple different matches here now. I want to see something to verify, if you don't mind. I believe we can do that. So I can match the 1 and collect that. I can also match the 2 and collect that. I can also use Can I do that? I'm trying to see if I could do that. A 1 and a 2 to collect that. Bear with me. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So he's collected those 2 matches. And, well, there's not much else he can do right now. So he's going to hold off. And we'll flip over a couple more cards. It's going to be this guy's turn. He flips over a card. It's just a face up. Cards up, so it doesn't matter. He can't match anything right now. So he's going to make a discard. And add to the pile here. So I'm going to go again. I'm going to draw 100 cards up. I also can't make a match, so I'm going to have to make a discard. Now each player is going to get 4 cards handed to them again. Continue on. We'll just continue a little bit more because I want to show you 1 or 2 other things. Now, I guess he's going to match this 7 and collect that. And you'll match this 3 and collect that. What else can he do? Well, let me see. Well, another thing he can do, we'll get back to that once we get back to his turn. Blackout, that would turn everything face down, which kind of sucks. Especially since I don't know what I have. I know there's a 6 there. I know there's an 8. Of course, a wild card, if you get to one of those, can be used as any number, any color. So if I were to, say, oh, I'm going to make a match, because I know there's an 8 and I match it with this one. Flip it over, it's wrong. So these both get turned over and my turn is over. That's what happens if you make an incorrect guess. So my opponent's going to go here. He gets the cards up. Excellent. Now he can't match anything, but what he's going to do is what is called building. Building is adding a card to one of these cards to add up to something new for a match in the future. So you can match, you can make a discard if you can't play or don't want to play, or you can build. What am I building here? Well, I'm going to build this, put this 4 here. This makes 12 so that I can match this next time. So now, or he can match this next time. I'm going to go again. It doesn't change anything. I can't match anything, unfortunately. Or can I? Actually, I can. Because this, with this and this, is 14. So I can do that. And actually, we don't need that, I don't think, because we have 4 cards on the table. I think. So now it's my opponent's turn. He's going to draw another card. It's a blackout. Doesn't matter. He's going to match this, which is now 12. And he's going to collect that. So you're going to keep going back and forth. And then at the end, you're going to score points, as I described earlier. So whoever has the most cards collected, let's say it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's going to get 10 points for having the most cards collected at this point. The most purple cards, he's got 3. I've got 3. There is a tie. I would need to see what happens if there's a tie, if I don't recall. Now, as I mentioned, I think when you do the build, I put that 4 on there, as it said building 12. And then you should have that number, that card in your hand. You can't just build. You have to have a future match. Now, if he built that 12 and then I have a 12, I can take it myself. It's not guaranteed that he's going to get it. And that way you kind of know that if he's building 12 or whatever, he's going to have that card. So that helps you out a little bit. But if you think that they're lying, that they're reneging on, what they said, you can challenge them before next player plays. And they have to show that card to prove that they actually have that card. In this case, if he didn't have a 12, he would get a 10-point penalty at the end of the game. Now you can actually play this as a classic casino game without the action cards for a simpler variation if you want. If you run out of cards in the action pile, you will reshuffle and do that. Now, if you do want to have a more challenging game as well, they say you can take out 1 or 2 of the cards up cards so that you have more of an even number between blackout and cards up. It doesn't say what happens if there's a tie. I'm not sure if it's even possible to have a tie, but whatever. We'll just say one person gets the most. For the purple, most red, that would be him, so he'd get 6 points for that. Who has, well, for each of the big cards, you're going to get 4 points. So he's got 8 points for that, to make that 12 points. And I got 4. Each number 1 card, I got 2, so I got an additional 4 points for that. And nobody's got wild cards. And yeah, so whoever has the most points wins. It's pretty straightforward, I think. Why are the ones important? Let's see if I can find out why the ones are important. I guess it's just an additional way of getting points, trying to get ones. Yeah, it is what it is. So that is Vantage. I think it's pretty cool. Wow, this has been a long video. I apologize, it's so long. But that is that. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. More. Thanks for watching.